Rocket, is that you?
Hey, Gail. You know, so I was walking around the store thinking all about what you told me about the Ranchilio Sylvia, and I ran across this machine, which I think is pretty sexy. I like how streamlined it is. It looks different. It's got a different brew head, but it's smaller than the other machines that have that same kind of brew head. So
this is the Quick Mill Alexia.
Okay.
This functions quite similar to what the Sylvia does in that it has a single boiler.
Okay.
Which allows you to either steam or brew, but not do both at the same time.
Okay.
Like the heat exchanger machines or a double boiler.
Got it.
This has a copper boiler, 3/4 of a liter, versus the 12-ounce brass boiler in the Sylvia. So it's a much bigger boiler.
Okay. And the copper is better than brass?
Copper is better.
Okay.
Copper is the top of the line.
Okay.
This has also an E61 brew head that the Sylvia does not.
Okay.
This has hot water siphoning through it all the time. It's going to give you a much better, the temperature is going to be more consistent, hence your shot is going to be smoother, sweeter, much nicer.
I see. What's that little gauge over there?
That's the pressure inside the boiler when the machine is on.
Okay. And then what's the little gadget?
That down there is called a PID.
Okay.
That is a device that you can retrofit. That's retrofitted onto this machine.
So it's an aftermarket. It doesn't come on the machine as standard?
Right.
Okay.
Aftermarket, and it controls the temperature of whatever you set it at. You can put it up or down. And it will keep it within 1 degree of whatever you set it at. Versus the swing on these with the thermostats that come with them can be as much as 15 to 20 degrees.
So then you have to do a whole temperature surfing thing.
Yeah, the temperature surfing. Refer to that other video we did.
Yeah, yep. Okay. All right. So, you know, why would I maybe want to choose this machine?
Well, it's going to give you a better shot than the Ranchilio.
Okay.
It still has the 3-way solenoid valve, still has the 58mm full-size portafilter.
Okay.
Mostly I think it's because of the E61 and the brass or the copper boiler, the size of the boiler. It's going to have good steaming qualities, better steaming power than the Sylvia, although the Sylvia is pretty good.
What does E61 stand for, Gail?
61 is the year that it was invented by FIEMA. FIEMA. And the E is for, I believe it was a phenomenal eclipse that was going on that year.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Very.
So we learned that from our FIEMA representative. I didn't say I could pronounce
Living
it.
la vida FIEMA.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is a cool machine. I kind of like how streamlined it is.
It bridges the gap between the Sylvia and the Rocket. It's in the 1150 range.
Okay. And can I use the Rocky with that, or do I need to upgrade the grinder, or?
Nope. You can use the Rocky grinder with that.
But I couldn't use the Infinity.
Actually, you could. It does
cook
fine enough. You won't find your shots will taste as good because the consistency of the grind on the Infinity isn't quite as consistent.
Got it.
It's not quite as good.
Okay. All right. Well, more to think about. Let me walk around the store and see if I have any other questions for you. Okay. Thanks. Wow, Gail.
Okay. So
I see this machine, and it's pretty gorgeous. I checked my bank balance. If I eat ramen for the next 6 months, I could probably get into this machine, I think. Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
The Rocket. This falls in the same category as the Quick Mill Anita, the Vetrano. The Vetrano is a plum-only machine. Or the Andrea Premium.
Okay.
Falls in that same category. It has a heat exchanger.
Okay, what's that?
Heat exchanger is a large copper vessel. This one in particular, the boiler, it's 1.8 liters.
Okay.
It's always at steam temperature, the water within it.
Okay.
And through the center of it runs a copper tubing, which feeds from the water reservoir to the brew head. Feeds when you're brewing. Okay. And as the water passes through that hot steaming water, it collects just enough temperature that by the time it gets up to the brew head, it's at the 204.
Wow.
For brewing. So that's how that works.
And so can I steam my milk and brew at the same time?
Yes, you can.
Fancy pants.
Fancy pants.
Okay. So what's the story with this? How much is this machine going to cost?
Oh, about $1,800.
So why would I spend that kind of money? I mean, isn't that a little bit crazy?
Well, again, it has the E61 brew head. It's going to give you much sweeter shots than ones that don't have that brew head. It dispenses hot water out of here, or steams, anti-burn steam wand if you forget to turn it off, or if you want to grab onto it. It's not going to get so hot that you can't touch it, and the milk will not burn onto it.
Nice.
Which the Alexia that you were just looking at doesn't have that.
I see.
What else? The copper boiler, like I mentioned, the E61 brew head, capability of brewing and steaming at the same time, exceedingly good looks.
Yeah, it's pretty gorgeous.
Yeah, it's a nice machine.
So can I use a Rocky on this too, or
yes.
Okay. So
yes, you can.
What about the Infinity?
You could.
If I wanted to go lo-fi in that?
You actually could, but the grind of the coffee is actually at times more important than the machine. I did some testing personally between 3 different grinders. I took the Infinity, then I took a Baratza grinder, and then I took the Rocky grinder, and I took the same coffee, brewed it out of the Sylvia, and tested to see if there really was going to be a taste difference.
Yeah.
There was a taste difference.
Wow.
As you went up in the grinders, it was sweeter, nicer shots.
I see. So it's really because it's more uniform.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So $1,800 plus the grinder for this baby. Didn't I read something about how it has like a brass top to it or something like that?
This particular machine, unlike some of the other heat exchanger machines, has the nickel-plated copper boiler.
Okay.
Which the others are not nickel-plated either. And it has a brass end plate on it, which holds the heat. It has a lot of thermal qualities. It holds the heat better, and it's going to give you 40% better steaming than other machines.
Wow. So that's going to help me make some really nice and frothy microfoam ramen. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's my big concern too. Multitasking, right? So I can use that for my ramen there. That hot water.
And hot water out of here. I mean, this thing really pumps out.
That's pretty tight.
I'll show you how it pumps out hot water cat for your ramen.
Can't wait.
It's unbelievable. I mean,
can't wait. $1,800 ramen machine.
That's right.
All right. Well, you've given me a lot to think about, and I really appreciate all of your time and your expertise.
When you come back in now, I mean, beyond this cat, it's commercial.
Holy cow.
So
I don't know if I have the counter space for that.
Okay, let's come back to this then.
All right.
These are not too big.
Thanks for your help, Gail.
Yeah, you're welcome anytime.
Okay, bye.
Bye.